Do you want to know a brilliant tip for keeping your beautiful blooms blooming? We're going to talk about deadheading. So what is deadheading? Deadheading is simply removing spent flowers from a plant to encourage more to come back. Deadheading can work in different ways for different plants, but the ultimate idea is to get bigger blooms, blooms flowering longer, and just get them to come back year after year. So when you dead things like daffodils or irises or things like that, it's going to allow the plant to put the energy back into the bulb or the culm or the tuber, and then it's going to produce bigger flowers the following spring, the following summer. With things like roses or your herbaceous perennials, you can deadhead them now, and that will increase the amount of flower they're going to keep producing through the spring, through summer, into autumn. Some plants you might want to deadhead because they spread everywhere. Things like poppies, forget-me-nots, things like alchemilla. If you don't chop the seed heads off, they can take over the whole garden, and you wouldn't want that to happen. And some seed heads are beautiful and stunning. Things like alliums, for example. So you can leave those seed heads on because they look gorgeous and just take them down finally the following year when they've decomposed throughout the winter. And again, some seed heads you want to leave because the birds feed on them, something like sunflower seed heads. So there's all different things you can do with seed heads. Eventually they all need to be taken off, but you can do it at different times for different reasons, but ultimately you're doing it to get those fabulous, gorgeous blooms. The reason you deadhead roses is so they repeat flower. That means they keep flowering throughout the season. And sometimes it's best not to wait till the rose is completely finished. Take the rose off once the flower starts to look a little bit sad. And by that, I mean just remove it like that, throw it in the compost bin. And what that will do, that will encourage more shoots to come and give you a second lot of flower. And eventually, once the whole stem is finished, then just go down the side of the stem to an outward facing leaf, cut above that, and then you'll get a brand new shoot come through, and again that will give you more flower heads. So that's a really good reason to deadhead your roses. With some plants like these Welsh poppies, I deadhead them for a couple of reasons. Firstly, if I keep taking the dead flower heads off or the seed heads off, it's going to encourage more of these beautiful yellow blooms to appear. But also these seed about all over the place, and although I love Welsh poppies, I don't want them over the entire garden. So sometimes there's more than one reason to deadhead a certain plant. A lot of shrubs like rhododendrons, for example, also benefit from being deadheaded. And when you deadhead, what happens is the energy no longer goes into producing seed. What it will do, it will go into producing side shoots like this on these rhododendrons that will then give you your flower bud for next year. So that's one good reason to make sure you deadhead some of your shrubs. Deadheading bulbs won't necessarily make them flower again this year. In fact, most bulbs only flower once, but by deadheading this bulb, taking that seed head off, what it's going to do now, it's going to concentrate on putting energy into the bulb and producing a flower inside the bulb for next year, rather than waste energy producing seed in this old flower head. Sometimes you might want to deadhead for ornamental purposes. This grass, for example, this brizia, if you cut some of these, hang them upside down for 3 or 4 weeks in a dark, dry place, they can make fantastic indoor cut flowers. So that's another good reason for chopping off some of the seed heads. Deadheading can produce results in the short term or the long term. You see, the thing is, your plants want to produce seed, but you don't want to look at seed heads, you want to look at flowers. So keep chopping off the dead flowers and you'll get more flowers, less seed heads.